Hello and welcome to another episode of the New Level Nerds. My name is Steve, and today we are in Google Earth VR again with the Nerdy Traveler. Let's bring that sun up so that we can see where we are. Oh, hello, beautiful square. Look at that. Rome was requested to us by one of our faithful viewers, and it's not exactly the first place I would think about going. It's very popular. But the point of the Nerdy Traveler is to go to the places in a city where you wouldn't usually see. Alright, so we are definitely right down in the middle of Rome. So let's begin our tour. You can really tell that this building here is built as a barracks, as some form of castle perhaps. Wow, look how far this thing goes. Where does it lead to? This is the Vatican. This must be where the Pope chills out. It's absolutely beautiful architecture. Just look at these domes. Magnificent. Well, here's something neat. This is right behind the Vatican. I can only imagine what this building's about, perhaps administration. Look at that crest in the ground. That's cool. I don't want to spend too much time around the Vatican here. I'm definitely in some nice areas. A little bit of a sudden change from being over there where everything is this brown. Over here, everything's more of a shade of red. This place is magnificent. Look at that. White and blue really stands out. Can we take a look? We can. Wow. I imagine these are apartment buildings, but you know, Yeah, they're apartment buildings. Oh, good old graffiti. Here's something you don't see every day. These are just the normal, regular bins you would probably find all around Rome. Nobody even thinks about it too much. But wow, these guys seem to be really good at parallel parking. Look at this. I would absolutely love to have this. Just a tree sticking out of the middle of your house. Although I have a feeling this is less of a house. Well, that being said, I could be wrong. Oh no, that's not a house. That looks more like it's a museum or something. I wonder if Rome has a lot of museums. I mean, they've got a lot of history. But once again, look at all these tiny cars. Everyone has a small car. How efficient. Ooh, look at that patio. I mean, it looks like a mess right now, but perhaps, yeah, you can see it. Look at that. That's a nice patio. Very cheese wedge shaped kind of building. What a beautiful day it is, too. Now that's a cafe. Cafeteria. I know a little bit of Italian. In here you can just see the absolute sprawl of apartment buildings and apartment buildings. And more and more and more as they've stacked more and more people in closer together. Just graffiti that goes on for the entire wall. Well, they got the wall space for it. I'm not even kidding, guys. This just goes on and on and on. I feel like I'm in some endless district of housing. Now, this looks neat. Let's have a real quick look in here. Yeah. Beautiful. These things are like houses stacked upon houses. Very neat. Do we have a street view of this place? We do. Oh, wow. Absolutely. kind of slipped back to old Rome a bit here because I do want to include some of these ruins. It's still kind of neat to pass through them. Ooh. Oh, we did find a little something something. What's this? I think that's it over there. And it is a little rock formation. Beautiful. Wow, those walls are just so tall. These were full-on buildings. And here it's just unmistakable what we're looking at. This area has been formed for such a long time. This would have been a racing area. I can't remember the name for those, but hey guys, thanks for bringing me into your event here. What are we looking at? Oh, wow. Oh, they're using this for concerts. Amazing. We got some more ruins here. They're still slowly loading in. But I mean, here it is. Examples of the fact that we've been around for quite some time. There's people who are long gone who would have known this place for what it truly was. Oh, look at that. It's a labyrinth. Well, they're obviously trying to preserve this area. You can see there's some sort of shape to the ground, but I don't know what it's all about. Everyone's quite interested. Lots of tourists. Oh. Here's an important looking building. Fantastic. Does anybody know where this is? Isn't this at the site of some famous waterfall? Not waterfall, fountain. Nah. No, that's smaller. Amazing. Look at all the detail in the rock surface there. Beautiful. And of course, behind every expensive building is a much less expensive one, which is the real building in itself. Of course. This is the part everyone's supposed to see, and this is the part no one's supposed to see. And what am I really taking away from this experience? Is that, number one, Rome has a lot of graffiti. Number two, it just has this time wheel that you can just spin back and forth, and you can see really current stuff, not as current stuff, older stuff, and then just ancient stuff. And it's beautiful, and it's just built on top of one another, and on top, and more on top, that you just get these layers, like these roofs just really describe it for me. Is that there's no real, like, one roof. There's just so many of them. There are many roofs on top of each other. Just to get that extra little bit. Look at this. What is this? It almost looks like a boat. A boat with crosses on it. Anyone? Yes! Okay, we're inside. I can't see the boat, but, you know, there's a lot going on with the roofs. Unlike where I live, roofs are, you know, used here. You can really see it everywhere. That, you know, that's where people want to spend their time. And it might have something to do with the heat. You know, being a bit higher up, you get a bit of a cooler breeze. But it definitely seems to be the intention. I mean, perhaps it's not just space, but people don't want to be spread out. They want to be higher up. It's a guess. That looks like Jack Nicholson mixed with Marilyn Monroe. Oh boy. It's kind of like a living space. Oh, they got bean bags. I have bean bags. Oh, we get to actually see inside people's shops. Oh, look at this wine. They got an iPad right there for whatever reason, perhaps to help find the wine you want. It doesn't have much in the way of store space. It doesn't feel cramped here, but it definitely feels like they use their space quite efficiently. Everything is a multi-story building, and it leaves them enough room for magnificent things like this. It's a place where community happens and where culture happens, and these big open spaces with these beautiful monuments really make it. Thank you so much for watching. This will be a great place to call it here. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Keep an eye out for the next episode of The Nerdy Traveler. Other than that, my name is Steve, and we'll see you next time.